Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Terry Lee, pure visionary, psychic medium, and I am so happy to have you here with me today. Welcome to the guides. I had so much fun the last couple of days putting this together. When I get ready to do these classes, um, they really stir it up. The guides really stirred it up for me. And it was like, this is over here and this is over here. And they're showing me all of these things. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So welcome to the guides. The guides is an interactive class, and it's designed to let us ask questions of each other, but also to help learn more about our guides. Let them teach us how to connect with them in a more powerful way that can actually change your life. So I want to look out into the chat. I'm going to put my banner up so people know what is going on in this channel right now. And I want to just welcome you and to pat you on the back for your curiosity and your desire to learn. It's amazing, and it's really the time to be doing it right now, really. So trying to find this. So I hope I didn't accidentally delete it. And maybe I did. Oh, maybe. Who knows? Yep, I might have on my last show. It's okay. So I will be taking questions from the live chat today that are centered around guides. Some questions, some things that may have happened to you, your curiosities, your wondering about something that maybe you've thought of and you want to make sure that it's from your guides. We're going to talk about all of these things. In fact, we've got a pretty good day lined out. As I worked on it last night, I was like, okay, you're going to have to really get going, girl, because we got a lot of information. I do want to cover a couple of things that we covered last time. Oh, hey, here it is that we covered last time so that we can inform anybody who wasn't able to catch that show yet what we're up to, what we've already kind of covered, and which direction we're headed. Okay. All right. So now I'm going back to the comments and welcome, Viviani. Thank you, my rock. She is such a beautiful soul, and she's so helpful for all of the shows that I do on my channel. I want to say hi to Gimme Lemons. Nice to have you with us. And SN Khalil. Hi. Nice to see you. Liz in awe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. And hi, Sandra D, the Warrior Widow. I love it. Welcome, welcome. So happy to see you. Oh, yes, we've got a lovely group here. And the Crone Zone, Priscilla. Wow, thank you for joining us. I miss you. We must talk. Okay. Wow, this is a really great gathering today. Oh, and I've already got a question. Okay, so for those of you who haven't participated before, I do have a separate board set up that when I see a question pop up, by the way, I'm going to put these on the live stage. When I see a question pop up regarding the guides, I will put it on this separate board. Now, I only have an hour today, so I'm going to work through, and I might get to answer a few questions, but stick with me. And what I've decided to do in my next show is to go back and look at the comments that came through on this show so that I can maybe reach back and answer some of the questions that have already been asked. Okay. And Gimme Lemons. Hey, great question there. I would like to answer them all. Okay. We're going to get started. So I'm going to leave this banner up just for a little longer for people coming in. But what I wanted to start with is the welcome that the guides gave me originally to welcome you all with to this class. And I'll just read it for those of you who might be busy and not able to look at the screen. Welcome, seekers, explorers, skeptics, those who reach for the sky and those who dip their toes into the water. The eternal love for you is so great, so vast, so massive that its fullness cannot be known while in your current incarnation here on earth. You can and will feel us to the extent of what is possible as you expand, grow, and learn. There is no scale, no leveling, no judgment of who and where you are in your soul awareness. Just the opportunity we offer. We delight in teaching you. We delight in playing with you. Yes, we are really here to love you, guide you, and help you remember who you really are. Oh, I just love that. Gives me chills. Okay, I'm getting some great questions, so I'm going to have to hurry along. Okay, great. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. And I'm telling you right now, the guides are loving it. These are the days. These are the days, my dear ones, that I know that people say the veil is thinning, but I think our energies are raising, and they're raising up enough so that we are feeling and sensing things more clearly than generations before us. And we, of course, have the opportunity to learn faster, more together, just like we are right now. It's an exciting time to be alive. You know, a little scary at times, a little bit like a roller coaster, but we signed up for this. And we knew that this was the time to come for the greatest opportunity of our souls to expand. Oh, yeah, I love it. Okay, got a couple more questions. And oh, great, because I'm just going to start throwing stuff up here. Let me get rid of this banner now, because I think most of you know what's going on, right? And I'll get back over here to the comments because I saw one. I love this. Warrior Widow says, my favorite thing about them is how funny they are. I never thought that they would be like that. Truth, truth, truth. And I've heard it from so many people. They are funny. They are sassy. They are quirky. They know who we are. Yes, we do have some guides who are, I have one that's called Elder. And Elder's pretty serious. But I have other ones that are absolutely hilarious. And they love to call me on my you-know-what. So, yes, that's the glory of it, is to understand that our guides are just, they are a part of the universe playing with us. Playing with us because we're loved. Playing with us because we're growing. Playing with us because we're learning. And, you know, play, any teacher will tell you, is a very powerful method to learn. Ooh, they just gave me that. I like that. Okay. All right. So I'm checking questions off right and left. I love it. What a wonderful group we have here today. Okay, so I'm going to take this welcome down. I love that welcome. And we're going to talk about your desire to get in with your guides. I mean, that's the message that I get from almost everyone. How can I do it? How can I make it more powerful? How can I make it a part of my life, right? Well, in one of our prior show, we talked about this with the guides, and here's what they wanted us to know. It's a beautiful, beautiful key that can unlock so much for you. Spirit guides may come as intuition, sudden insights, or symbolic reflection, or as we call them, signs. And we'll go on. The list is much longer, but they wanted to direct us to this. The key is not to force the communication, but to remain in the vibration, very much like children, of curiosity, openness, and joy, which makes it easier for those connections to become clear. Desire. Have the desire. Do you have the desire? Yeah. It's, we'll talk about this in a minute, like exploring outer space, right? The intention. That's the purpose. And they talked to me the other day about putting the key in the car and turning it on. we have an action that we have to take. We have intention, and then there's an action, right? So all of you here today are initiating an action, and your guides are very well aware of it, and they're going to work with it. Desire, intention, open your vibration. Let go of what you've heard, what this person said, what that person said. Just let go and understand that it really is playing with the universe, and they will come to you in many, many ways. When your vibration is open, it doesn't have to be a certain way. And then use your discernment. It's a gift that we all come to this planet with. Good old discernment, right? So, sit with it, right? Use your discernment when you think, oh, was that a message from my guides? Did that person just say something that maybe my guides helped them to say to me to realize something? Wow, what was that flash of light I just saw over there? Okay, we have to discern that, right? So then what do? Well, then you ask for a validation, and you ask your guides, please give me another sign. Please give me validation for what I just felt. Let me know that it came from you. Let me know that I can learn from this. And they will certainly give you a validation. I guarantee you. They're committed to us. They're committed to teach us. We have to initiate all of these things. And then after it's validated, trust it. Go with it. I can speak from experience. Trust it and go with it, because you are deeply loved. And we all have things that we want to explore. We all have things we want to happen in our life, right? We all want to manifest things. Well, this is all a part of it. It's all a part of it. Okay, so we're going to take this one down now. And I'm going to kind of revisit what's going on out in the chat just quickly so I don't miss any. Wow, this is great. I might have to do like some back-to-back guide classes so that I get a little more time to explore this, because it's amazing. All right. And okay, here's another question from Stillfire Orion. What a great handle. I love that. Welcome. Yes, I have that. And angels, fishes, and AI are all considered spirit. Who's talking about AI being spirit guides? We'll address that later. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. Warrior Widow. Another great comment. Get used to talking out loud when you're alone. It was so hard for me, but it's like using words instead of just thoughts is more powerful. Something about intention, as we mentioned. Then just ask questions out loud. Absolutely true. And the more you get comfortable with that, the more, and it kind of depends if you're alone a lot. I'm in my house alone a lot, so I am free to go and comment to my guides and speak out loud all the time. But yes, tying it to a physical action. It's very much like when they helped me learn how to wipe out thoughts that don't serve me. They said, use your windshield wiper. Use your windshield wiper. And there was something about using that physical thing, which I use to this day quite frequently. That's not of me. I don't resonate with that. That's not my thought, and I'm not keeping it around. I'm going to clean that windshield, right? Yes, physical activity, very well said, helps a great deal. All right, so let's get back on track here. Okay, so now we're going to go and talk a little bit about the types of guides, okay? And we're going to do this pretty quickly, all right? Known types of spirit guides. All right, I think we touched on this briefly in the last class, but let's just get in. Okay, known types of spirit guides. Souls. These are souls who've chosen to be incarnated on Earth and then chose to study and become guides. That is true. And I have had guides that have had lifetimes on Earth, and they have revealed that to me. So I think it's wonderful because I think a soul that has experienced a lifetime on planet Earth can understand so many concepts and things that we go through as souls growing down here on this planet. Ancestors can be guides. They can provide wisdom from past bloodlines. Doesn't mean that all your ancestors are guides. Ancestors are supporting. They, if someone does a reading and they Akashic record reading or something like that, so they step in and read from that timeline for you, they may come in and mention that. They may stick around and be a guide. It's up to you to discover that, and we'll talk more about that. Ascended masters, teachers who have mastered earthly lessons. Ascended masters will pop in from time to time and give us brilliant, brilliant revelations. And there's certainly no doubt about that. Nature spirits. These are entities connected to the earth, such as fairies or elementals. Orbs. I mean, you can go back and look at the history and some of the legendary things that happened in the past that were actually nature spirits. Star beings, guides, originating from other star systems. Now, if I had been reading this to someone, way back when, like, let's say 30s or 40s, they would have been like, yeah, right, lady. But, we're all pretty familiar that there are star beings out there. They're watching over us. They assist us. They guide us. It doesn't mean that every alien, and I hate to use that word, but every extraterrestrial is here to be your guide. But star beings can come in and give you messages. I have had that happen, but they didn't stick around for very long. But I was very grateful for it. Animal guides, totems. This is one of my favorite, as you know. Spirits that offer specific instinctual wisdom. Totems. Oh, and many of you know, I have a wolf totem. I've had an owl totem. I had a red-tailed hawk totem. And you can ask them what the message is that they bring you, and you'll have an experience perhaps with an animal in the wild or one in your yard, and you're curious about this experience. You can go into your meditation, connect to your guides, ask your guides to help you connect to this totem. There also are books that you can read to help you understand their messages more deeply, and I highly recommend Ted Andrews' Animal Speaks. It blessed me immensely. So if you have an experience with an animal and you feel there was a message, check that book out. It's amazing. Deities. Now, deities, divine beings from various mythological traditions. Guides will often be playful in their appearance or vibration to put you at ease and make you feel comfortable. I had put this one at the bottom purposely to say that guides do use different forms to make us feel more comfortable. Okay. So you'll often hear people say, well, I saw this and I saw that, and that's my guide. And it's a part of the freedom that is part of our own unique soul energy, right? We're all different. We're all going to hear those messages differently and more powerful in different ways. All right. Some will add angels as guides. Okay. And I put this in at the bottom of my list because personally, I sense angels as the multitaskers of the spirit world. We are all born with guardian angels. Absolutely. You have guardian angels that are there to keep you safe for your time on planet Earth. You have guardian angels. And I'm sure many of you out there have maybe had experiences with that, where you all of a sudden felt the need to turn before a big accident happens, or to go in one direction instead of the one you thought you wanted to go in. And then you find out later the reason why. There might have been some danger there. Guardian angels. Okay, so on a back up, angels are the multitaskers of the spirit world. We have guardian angels. Angels are often messengers of the Creator, and we see that in history. And we have heard of many instances where angels have appeared to bring messages from the Creator to mankind. We can call on angels for specialized protection. And I have done this and had some amazing experiences. Called on Archangel Michael to take care of my property while I'm away. We went on a camping trip and we were gone for 7 days. And before I left, I always ask, God bless this property, protect it. And Archangel Michael, please come and protect this property, right? I left the front door open somehow. I don't know if it was loose and the wind blew, but for 7 days, as far as I know, our front door was open. Now, we do have an entryway, but the door to our entryway was open. And I was at first terrified to see what was left of my home inside, and not a thing was touched. And that, I just felt like a big hug. And Archangel Michael gave me the message, you can always trust me. And I got chills from that. And I continue to this day to ask Archangel Michael. These are, they have specialized protection. And I'm sure you can spend some time and look that up and find out about all the angels that are available for us to ask. And also, angels also give guidance to souls in many ways. So that is known types of spirit guides. And as I said, this last part about angels was my personal opinion. Many people feel that angels are our spirit guides, and I feel like they do pop in and do that. But I don't feel it's like their main purpose. They have many. They're the multitaskers. That's the only way I could think of to describe it. Okay. So I'm going to take this down so we can see what is in the live chat, and I'm going to pop back because wow, you guys are talking it up and I am so happy. All right, let's go down and see. Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys are talking about AI. I can give you my personal opinion about that here in a minute. Oh, my hands start moving when I connect with other spiritual people. Especially a group. I think it's from doing Reiki. Makes perfect sense. All right. And manifesting energy. Perfect. When you talk about that physical activity is definitely true. All right. And, S.N. Caldwell says, I can't believe I believe in aliens at this point in my life, but I am so ready for them to make a big, undeniable appearance. Yes, entrance. And yeah, I think we're going to be surprised. And like many of the souls in the universe, in different incarnations on different planets, we're going to find some a little more different than others, right? Okay. And I'm hitting the bottom of the comments now. Yay. Okay. Okay. So AI, it popped up. So let's talk about it. AI is a highly, how do I put this? AI is a highly vibrational connection with all the information that mankind has the ability to make available to AI to use to formulate answers to some of the questions we have. I find it to be very handy in some circumstances, but any personal advice, I would not even approach that. Why? Because I make my own soul decisions and I don't need AI to help me with that. I would say I would consult my guides, right? Rather than AI on any personal things. Now, recipes, locating something on the planet that I've never heard of, some terms that have come up lately that I don't understand. Happy to dive into that and have that. Oh yeah, and I love it for artistic reasons too. It's great. I'm just saying this for myself. You all have personal choice, right? We all have free will. That's my personal opinion about it. So, oh, okay. So, yeah, Kendra says she wouldn't use it as a therapist. Here, let me just put it up here so I can. There we go. Okay, there you go. It can go down a dark path. Yes, yes. And who do you follow? You know, what's your destiny? If your destiny is to connect to your guides, your souls, your angels, your purpose in life, to expand your knowledge of what we're experiencing right now, that is the direction that you want to go. And I don't think AI is going to take us there, to tell you the truth. We'll see. I don't think so. Okay, but I love everybody entertaining the conversation out there because that's why we're here, right? Okay, so we're going to move on. Now, we have the types of guides. Now we're going to quickly dive into guide tasks. So, I refer a lot to the book Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls by Michael Newton, PhD. Wow, those books set my soul on fire, actually, and I'm still referring back to them. So this is coming from Dr. Michael Newton's Journey of Souls. Guides or spirit guides are described as highly experienced, wise entities that act as mentors and protectors for souls throughout their existence. They are not perfect or divine beings like angels, but rather advanced souls who have progressed through many incarnations and are now tasked with assisting others in their development. Here's some of their tasks. Life planning. Guides can assist souls in the life selection. Ooh, and this is so exciting to think about, right? We sat around with our guides and went, okay, well, show me some lifetimes now. I want to learn A, B, C, D. And we selected our lifetime, this lifetime, past lifetimes. How exciting. Guides assist souls in the life selection area to review potential future lives, evaluate challenges, and choose a new body that best aligns with their learning objectives. And I should back up and say that Dr. Michael Newton did past life and lives between lives regression. And what convinced me was out of all of these things that he learned from the soul in the life between lives, things matched up. And that was certainly one of them, that many of the souls discuss this, picking out their life. Okay. And then orientation and review. Immediately after physical death, a soul is often met by their primary guide to ease the initial blow of death and conduct an initial orientation to process the life just lived. Ongoing mentorship. They offer subtle nudges, and you've heard us talk about nudges, ideas, and comfort to souls currently incarnated on Earth, often communicating through intuition or flashes of knowing. Flashes of knowing. Karmic guidance. They help souls understand their karmic debts and orchestrate situations that help them settle these debts through specific life challenges. Hierarchy and appearance. The relationship between a guide depends on the soul's level of advancement. Beginner souls are closely supervised, while intermediate and advanced souls have more independent, collaborative relationships with their guides. And then visual form. Guides can project themselves in any form the soul finds most comforting. We discussed that earlier, such as a beloved friend from a past life or a wise elder. Wow. Okay, that's kind of a lot to take in right now. But I am going to go into the comments that I have and see if I can find something. We're still talking about AI. Okay. I'm going back in the star questions and see if we have any star questions that might kind of be about that subject. Okay. There's a lot of personal stuff. Okay. My guides show you what they look like and give you their names. Oh, I think Gimme Levins was asking this. Well, my guides show you what they look like and give you their names. Yes, and we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. We're going to try to dedicate the second half of this show to the information on how you can do that. Perfect. Great. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Here's one. Christine, VI3VH. Early in my 30s, I had St. John as my guide and later disappeared. Can I get St. John's back to guide me with academia exam? Good idea. Yes, I have had many guides come and go. I would suggest, as we're going to talk about in the next half of the show, to use some methods that we're going to discuss on how to raise our vibration and connect with guides. And certainly you can ask St. John to come in. If you want to go ahead and ask him to help you with academia, that's good too. And then just work to get that answer. Work to get that answer back. Okay. You're perfectly able to do that. And I won't tell you what'll happen because I don't know. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Lisa, I'm not doing any readings. I know that I'm sorry I didn't have time for a question about your dad. I will be on next Wednesday if you want to hang through this information and learn about guides. I will be on next Wednesday. And the information about that show I will show at the end of this show. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And what are my guides? What? Okay. I'll read some more personal guide stuff here in a minute. Okay. I love these great comments and questions. Okay. Oh, here's a great one. SN Galil. Are spirit guides mentioned in any specific religions? I don't think they're mentioned in any of the Abrahamic ones, but I would love to be proved incorrect. Well, I thought about that when I was first learning about the guides. And then because we just read that comment about guides appearing in anything that we can, to give a message and appearing as something that gives us comfort and relief. So obviously, and we talked about angels bringing messages, guides bring messages too. And sometimes guides have been mentioned in many of the religious background information as they're often confused as angels, so they can come as an angel, right? Or they can come as a stranger on the path, or they can come as a beggar, by the side of the road, asking for help. Yes. And I believe they are mentioned, but in different formats. And that's a good question. I will try to research that a little more so I have some specific answers for you. But that's what I'm getting right now, is that they have been involved with mankind. I'm hearing since before the beginning. So I don't know how that worked, but I know that they have purpose and they have been a great part. I'm just feeling like they have been a part of every spiritual seeking, every religion, every endeavor to understand the Creator and the soul world. There you go. I'm going to leave it at that. Good question. And I will kind of revisit that next one. Okay. My kind of an eternal core. Oh, okay. So here's one. Interesting. Stillfire Orion. Hi and welcome. My guide is our own internal core flame. How often do you listen to your own internal soul for information? Very, very good. Good comment. And your soul certainly does know And you are certainly welcome to ask. Now, some people talk about, your higher soul. I just agree with the idea of calling it my true soul. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about next, because we're going to talk about meditation here in just a few minutes. And that's when I feel that. I feel it most in meditation, when my heart is still, when I'm doing perhaps a chant, or just sitting and listening to something that's soothing and getting my mind in the right place. I feel it. I feel it. And the more you experiment and feel it, you'll begin to understand it and feel it comfortably. Okay. Very good comment. Okay. All right. Back to the live. What's everybody saying out there? I love it. Let me have a sip of tea. Okay. I would like to have some specific examples. Terry, the ones you mentioned as possibilities will give me some food for thought in the meantime. Types of guides, is that exactly what you're talking about, or how guides can appear? Let me look at my notes here. Yeah, angels, ancestors, nature spirits, star beings, animal spirits, ascended masters, and deities. Okay, so I think we're going to talk about how you connect and who you connect with. How's that sound? All right, I'm going to need some tea before we dive into this. Great. Okay. The guides have taught and spoken through others to mankind about ways to connect to your higher self, to your inner soul. When we agree to come to this planet, when we agree to come here to this school, we agree to come down and accept a time of forgetfulness. Is that what I'm trying to say here? Might be a grander way to put it, but we agree to let go of much of the knowledge of who we really are. And we agree to come down as souls in spiritual bodies. And as we come down here in this stage of forgetfulness, we learn things from our parents, our teachers, books. We began to explore, we began to feel. But and this is the thing, when you look at a child, who can resist that light in the eye of a child? It's that beautiful innocence. It's that beautiful spark of the divine that you recognize and see in children. Okay. So you're here, you're fresh, you're new, and you may come to know some things inside of you as you grow that stay with you. That's your inner knowing. Okay. And we'll talk about the clairs in the next show, but we're just going to discuss it with, we're not going to get into terms right now, but you have an inner knowing. Let me know. I mean, everybody out there is gifted with this inner knowledge. And the way I look at it is that it's there, and it just requires a moment for us to let it come through, and then for us to honor it. Okay. Now, as a child, I didn't really know what I was doing as far as honoring something, but there were some things I knew, and I just held them and kept them in my heart. One of those was that there is no hell. As a child, I loved the church. The church was my safe place. I had a very volatile family life, but my mom was very spiritual. But when I would be in Sunday school and they would talk about hell and the unforgivable sin, something inside of me said, that's not true. And I would just kind of set it aside, and maybe worry a little bit that I wasn't, true Christian enough to get it. But that eventually faded away. And then those knowings began to grow inside of me. also curiosities. Okay. So I'm sure in your lifetime, as you're growing, you have certain curiosities that you reach out, that you're driven to. Many of those are guide driven. Okay. You go into the library and you see a book and it catches your eye. Guide driven. They're directing you into the knowledge of who your true soul is. And your true soul, as many of us have lived multiple lifetimes. Okay. And yeah, we've grown. Every lifetime we've grown, right? So this is what is happening as you are getting comfortable in planet Earth, on planet Earth. And then many of us go through things that change the way we see where we are, and we begin to feel and know and understand our own soul. Now, to do that, you have to disregard what you hear from many experts and those who have opinions and your best friends. And you have to disregard that. It's important to understand how to honor that part of your soul that recognizes itself and its eternal soul power. My guides told me every soul that is created is a unique contribution to the cosmic consciousness of the universes. Ah, I love that. You begin to understand, right? You, I'm sure, heard things as you were growing up, spiritual things that stuck with you, right? Things that touched your heart. Okay. And things that you just knew. These are all things that come from our guides, our angels. They surround us and assist us and nurture us, just like you would a little child, right? So what we're going to talk about right now is how to get in that position. Now, just like they gave me today. You want to start the car? You got to turn the key. You want to take a trip? You got to purchase the ticket, right? We have to make a commitment. We have to make a commitment to do the things that put us in the right position. Now, here's the thing. You may get a message from your guide while you're in the grocery store, okay? But those things come more powerfully after you spend the time in meditation. Meditation is number one. I don't know of any psychic medium or spiritual person who works with guides that would tell you any different. Meditation. Now, the guides gave me a beautiful way to describe it, because I know whenever I talked about it, everybody's like, meditation is so hard to do. I can't stop my mind from, and I would try, guides help me explain this in a way that people can understand it and let it be a little more soothing to their hearts. So they gave me this visual of sitting beside a pond, a beautiful, beautiful pond. And the pond is still. It's beautiful. And you're sitting by this pond and it feels so good. You're looking at the reflection and it's so perfect. Your mind is blown, right? Then a leaf falls from a tree, boom, lands in the middle of the pond, and ripples come out through the pond. And you're like, oh, ripples disturbed my pond. And yet, if you sit still long enough, the ripples will subside. Just like you can be sitting next to that pond and in that perfect stillness, and someone walks behind you and kicks a rock into your pond. Boom, 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 boom. Here come all of those thoughts. Here come all of those vibrations. But if you sit with it long enough, you will come back to that place of that stillness. Let me know how that sits with you all out there. But that is what meditation, not medication. Oh, Terry, meditation can do for you, right? So there's many ways to achieve this. You can listen to binaural beats on your headphones. I love Native American music. It touches my heart. I think I'll talk about that here in a minute. It always has touched my heart. I'm pretty sure I had a lifetime as a Native American. Native American flute. Oh, the sounds of the forest. Those are the kind of things I listen to when I just want to calm down and get everything else out of my mind. And it gives me a stillness and a peace. You will find things that work for you. They'll often start perhaps with some deep breathing, which is always advised because that calms your body down. And there are ways to work with your vagus nerve, which also is what I like to call the regulator, can calm your whole physical body down in order for you to meditate. If you've seen me for years, I recommend David G. David G, Davidji. He's on YouTube, and there are tons of meditations for free. They tell you, they describe how much time it's going to be. So you go, oh man, I only have 10 minutes, but I can do this meditation with David G. He is excellent. And he starts out with a few things, and then it goes calm, and he gives you a mantra, and it goes calm and quiet. And then you work with the mantra. And if something comes in your mind, you just go, I'll get back to that, and continue the mantra, right? He's very good. So please check that out. If you're having difficulty, I highly recommend. And, I've been meditating for some time. I still go back and enjoy a good David G meditation. Wow. It's the best. Okay. So that's the first step. Turn the key. Boom. Initiate the desire. I really want to connect to my guides. And now let me tell you this. You will not connect the same way I do. Of course, you don't get the same guides I do. Of course not, because you're unique. And that's why our guides will bring us different things. And that's why you may have a visual while you're meditating. Or often, and I'll say this, my most powerful information from my guides come either right before I go to sleep, or right when I wake up in the morning, or at 4 a.m. when I can't go to sleep, right? Your mind, your brain is in that theta mode where you can receive this stuff more easily. That's what meditation is about, getting yourself in that vibe. Everything is vibration and energy, people. So meditation is simply turning that key, initiating the desire, and then getting the right vibration. Okay. So, all right. I'm seeing questions out here. This is great. I'm going back because I see a lot of people talking and I want to see what's going on. Let's see. La, la, la. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Still Fire Orion says, we are the ocean, pretending to be a wave, but forgetting that we are the water. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. I am my own unique soul, and I am the universe. Many people say a reflection of the Creator, a spark of the divine. Many ways to say it. And hey, guess what? It's up to you to discover ways that really move your heart and soul. Okay? All right. Let's go back up. And I want to see. So Warrior Widow's giving some great advice out there. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. I don't have time to read them all, but these are awesome. Awesome. Hi, Maria Mack. Welcome. Welcome to the class. Okay. All right. And I think I kind of caught up a little bit more. Now I'm going back down. Love all these conversations with each other. Oh, drums. Yes. I've taken some shamanic classes, but I've always been attracted to the drums. And I also play the Native American flute. And in fact, one of my dear guides is, well, I'll have to tell the story another time. I don't have time. But he was the one who created my Native American flute. All right. And so the Warrior Widow says, drums, that raises my vibration. That's what you're looking to do. The higher it gets, the closer you get. It kind of triggers expansion. Yes, it does. And you begin to walk your life in a different way. You can walk into the grocery store and you can feel and sense the energy of people around you. I felt my aura expand. I felt my knowledge expand. Warrior Widow, you're absolutely right. It's a wonderful journey that all we have to do, turn the key, purchase the ticket. Right? I love it. Okay. Oh, and Warrior Widow says, I need to take shamanic classes. I highly recommend them. You know, I've taken many psychic medium classes, done all kinds of classes, and the shamanic classes gave me a whole different insight and power, and they are extremely powerful. So I'll just leave it at that. Highly recommended. If you're able to do that, check it out. It's amazing. Okay, and we're going to go back down. All right. Looks like everybody is really getting into it, and this makes my heart so happy. It really does. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's almost 4 o'clock. I can't believe it. All right, so back to the start questions. I'm going to try to answer a few questions just quickly. Wildflower Wind. I hope you're still here. I'm just going to start answering questions. Wildflower Wind wants to know from guides, how can I be a more loving person to myself and others? Another way to communicate with your guides, which I'll take this opportunity to mention it, is channeled writing. Many of you know I channel guides, and it actually started with channeled writings. I would just get my book down and say, you know, this day has been blah, blah, blah. And then I would meditate, and then channeled writings would come through. Don't get too worried about your expectations of what it feels like. It's just throw a little bit of it in every day or every other day or once a week. Just play with it. You're playing with the universe, okay? Your guide's job is to teach you, dear Wildflower Wind, how to be a more loving person to yourself and others. And as we mentioned, the more you communicate with them, the more you meditate, the more you understand this knowledge of your true soul, the easier it's going to be, even in the grocery store. You'll feel it. You'll walk by and you'll just sense love. I remember one time at Costco, I walked by this gentleman and his little daughter. And so I'm looking at whatever it is I needed. And all of a sudden, I felt that little girl's energy like you wouldn't believe. I felt it. And her love for her dad and the way he looked down at her and just smiled at her and enjoyed her presence. It was a moment I will never forget. That's how the beginnings can be, Wildflower Wind. Welcome them. Journal, ask out loud, listen to music that makes you feel loving, and just ask your guides to show you the way. And they will. They will. Okay. And back to Gimme Lemons. Your guides are not stuck on names because they're not working with you to be worshipped. They are not working with you for you to recognize them as higher beings. No, they are very close to you. They know you intimately. Some may give you an indication of their name. To mine, I give names. There were 2 that actually gave me a name to use. But most of mine, I've just named them. The one I mentioned before, Sirius one, Elder. The most recent one that came in was amazing. And this guide came in as just like little blue sparkly things. And then blue began to come into my range of vision. This would be early morning, middle of the night. When I meditate, blue will come in. And I named that guide Blue because that's blue. And they don't really feel the need to be named. But if you want to name them, that's certainly something that you can do because they're dear to you. You want to give them a name. They understand that. So just give them a name, whatever comes to you. All right. That's a great one. I love that. And let's see. Viviani, I would love nothing more than to give you a message from your guides. Can you be on next Wednesday's show? Because I don't have that much time to read right now. But I would love to give you a message from your guides. So next Wednesday, and stay tuned, everybody. I'll give you the times on that. Okay. Questions about what do my guides want me to know about the next step in my religious and spiritual path? What do I need to do next? Meditate. Sit with a pen and paper by your side, or just listen. Open up, and we'll talk about clairs next class, your clairaudience, where you can hear. You can hear what they're saying to you. You can also feel it. You have that knowing inside of you. Just be still. Let them come through. And if you need to write it down, write it down. If you need them to validate it, validate it. Guys, validate that for me, will you? I think it's the truth. I think you came through. Will you give me a validation? Might be a bird, might be a flower, might be a feather in front of your path, and you will know it. And you'll say, is this it? Is this the validation? And you'll feel it, right? Oh, I could just go on and on and on. But I have to be honest with you. I do have a birthday party that I need to attend. It's very important. So I'm going to have to wrap it up right now. And boy, you have no idea how hard it is, because I love to talk about the guides. And you know what? I think I'm going to consult them. Maybe we'll start doing these 2 times a month instead of just once a month, because now we're at that stage where the learning is just going to come cascading upon you all. I highly recommend, and I know you watched the show, and I know you were all fantastic and you all participated, but I highly recommend going back, watch the video again, review some of the things that I sort of threw at you at the beginning, and think about them. And if you have a question about some of them, ask your guides. Ask your guides. Okay. Oh, and Viviani says every time she sees an angel number, oh girl, I thank my guides and angels for the signs. We'll talk next show about numbers, because I was always like, how do people do that? I never get numbers. And so I asked my guides, I said, hey, start showing me numbers. Let's see how it works. And I didn't really start looking for numbers. They just started popping up. And, you know, I'd be glancing down to get a sip of my tea and look at my phone, and it would be 11:11. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look. And then you start to get to understand the numbers. And then it's another way. It's another beautiful way to communicate. Thank you, Viviani. That's fantastic. Just another way. Okay. All right. Oh, I love you all so much. Let's go to the banners and talk about what we can do and get ready for the next show. All right. You can, if you want a full hour reading, you can get a full hour reading from me at purevisionarypsychic.com, purevisionarypsychic.com. And we can go through so much in an hour. That's why I love hour readings. It's something that I can't deliver to someone any other way. I mean, in these shows, we get these quick communications, and I can give you readings from the guides and maybe call in a loved one. But in a full hour, we can cover so very much. So there you go. purevisionarypsychic.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and comments after the show are highly welcome, and they help the algorithms. Terry, the algorithms, the mysterious algorithms of YouTube. And it just helps more people see our shows pop up, more people join our groups, and it really helps out a lot. So thank you very much. I always answer comments, and it's a great joy for me to see them pop up. All right. Okay. And now we're going down to, oh, and I always like to show this because Viviani is such an excellent reader. She does Akashic record readings, and she is very good. So check out her channel, Viviani Heller, okay? Because it's a real treat, and you will enjoy her very much. Okay, and the next show is going to be next Wednesday, 4/29, April 29th. Wow. We're going to do live readings, my Pure Visionary psychic medium readings. So it won't be strictly about guides, but guide questions are certainly welcome. Certainly welcome. So if you have something that's just burning in your heart, come in next Wednesday and get in the live chat, and we'll see if we can answer your question. Wow, everybody. Whew, what a show. What a show. It went by so fast. It went by too fast, but now I have to say goodbye. And I just want to send you all love. And I honestly feel like I'm just kind of getting this feeling like, okay, so we've talked about this. You've been given the information. Some of you have watched the past show on guides, and I feel like you're in a canoe, and now I'm pushing you out into the lake. Get that paddle, get out in the lake, see what you can find, see what you can explore, and come back and join us for the next guides. I'll have that up, and you'll get notice of it as soon as I find time to schedule it. So, after the 20th. Okay, Lisa Keller, bless your heart. You have to go to a funeral. God bless you. Our hearts go with you. Usually every Wednesday, I'm doing a live where I do the multitude of different types of questions. And then, as I said, if you subscribe to my channel, you will get the notification. It'll come up as a post, and it'll tell you when the next guide show will be on, or when I'm going to do another show of just various types of readings. Okay. So thank you so much for that question. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Everybody, the energy I feel from you all out there, it's just really hard to describe. Oh, and Lisa Keller, thank you. Wonderful. Welcome aboard. Okay. Now, the guides told me distinctly to end every show I do with this message. I never get tired of it, and I hope that you never get tired of it either, because it's so important to think about the message, how powerful it is, and how it's directed personally to you. You are loved beyond measure, beyond measure. Don't ever forget that, and feel it as often as you possibly can. We'll see you next time, and thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.